Nate Solder. When the New England Patriots drafted Nate Solder in the first round of the 2011 NFL Draft, fans expected a dominant offensive lineman. At 6 feet 8 inches, 325 pounds, he was a wall of muscle designed to protect Tom Brady. But just 3 years later, in April 2014, Solder faced an enemy far more dangerous than any NFL pass rusher, testicular cancer. Diagnosed during a routine physical, Solder underwent surgery almost immediately, keeping his battle largely private at the time. Despite the diagnosis, Solder refused to step away. By the fall of 2014, he was back in uniform, protecting Brady's blind side as if nothing had changed. His resilience stunned teammates and coaches alike. While many players might have taken time to recover, Solder powered through, embodying toughness on and off the field. His quiet fight against cancer mirrored his quiet dominance on the line, unnoticed by most fans, but essential to his team's success. The payoff came on February 1st, 2015, at Super Bowl 49 in Glendale, Arizona. In a nail-biting finish, the Patriots defeated the Seattle Seahawks 28-24, thanks to Malcolm Butler's last-second interception. Solder played a critical role in neutralizing Seattle's pass rush, ensuring Brady had the time he needed to throw 4 touchdowns. For Solder, the ring symbolized more than football glory. It was proof that cancer hadn't stolen his career. 2 years later, the story repeated itself. On February 5, 2017, the Patriots staged the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, erasing a 28-3 deficit to defeat the Atlanta Falcons in Super Bowl 51. Solder once again anchored the offensive line, giving Brady the platform to deliver a 466-yard passing masterclass. By then, Solder had become an outspoken advocate for cancer awareness, sharing his story to inspire patients, families, and fellow athletes. Nate Solder's journey is a reminder that some battles happen off the scoreboard. Twice a Super Bowl champion, twice a survivor, he turned a life-threatening diagnosis into a rallying cry for strength. His message? Football is just a game, but fighting for your life makes every victory sweeter. Marcus Cannon. It was supposed to be the happiest week of his life. In April 2011, TCU tackle Marcus Cannon was days from the NFL Draft when an exam revealed non-Hodgkin lymphoma. His draft stock dipped to round 5, but New England took the shot. The diagnosis was real. So was Cannon's resolve. Cannon completed treatment by the summer and was back on the field that fall, practicing on October 25, 2011, and activated on November 16th. That return set the tone for a decade-long career on the right side of New England's line. Cannon earned his first ring on February 1, 2015 at Super Bowl 49, then a second on February 5, 2017 at Super Bowl 50. In 2016, he was named second-team All-Pro, a testament to both performance and perseverance. He won 2 rings in 3 seasons. The hat trick came on February 3, 2019, when the Patriots beat the Rams 13-3 in Super Bowl 53. Cannon started at right tackle, securing ring number 3 and cementing his place among TCU's most decorated pros. From a life-altering diagnosis to 3 Lombardis, Cannon's arc is proof that grit changes outcomes. Mark Herzlich. At Boston College in 2008, linebacker Mark Herzlich was an All-American and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, a Sunday-ready star. Then, in 2009, he was diagnosed with Ewing's sarcoma, a rare bone cancer. He missed the entire 2009 season, fought through treatment, and returned in 2010. Undrafted in 2011, Herzlich signed with the New York Giants and cracked the roster as a rookie, starting 2 games before an ankle injury sidelined him late. He was active for the NFC Championship game, then listed inactive on Super Bowl Sunday, still a full squad member. On February 5, 2012, at Super Bowl 46 in Indianapolis, the Giants beat the Patriots 21-17. Herzlich didn't play that night, but he earned a ring as part of the 2011 Giants, completing a comeback that once sounded impossible. Herzlich stuck in the league, logging multiple seasons with the Giants while using his platform to champion pediatric and young adult cancer awareness. His story became a touchstone for any athlete told, "You might not run again." Not every victory is measured in tackles. Herzlich's win belonged on that sideline, after beating a disease that tried to end his career before it began. That's a champion's arc. By the way, please don't forget to support my channel by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Joe Andruzzi wasn't a headline chaser. He was the reliable guard who helped build the Patriots' early 2000s dynasty. The resume, three-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl 36, 38, and 39, and 76 straight regular season starts at one point. Then, life changed. In May 2007, doctors found Burkitt's lymphoma, a fast-growing non-Hodgkin cancer. The tumor was so aggressive it could double in size in 24 hours. Andruzzi immediately began intensive chemotherapy at Dana-Farber/Brigham and Women's, finishing his last treatment on August 6, 2007. A year later, cancer in remission, Andruzzi and his wife, Jen, launched the Joe Andruzzi Foundation in 2008 to provide direct financial support to patients and families. The lineman who once cleared lanes now clears obstacles for people in treatment. As a Patriot, from 2000 to 2004, Andruzzi helped protect Brady and pave the way for 3 Lombardis, from the shocker over the Rams at Super Bowl 36 to the back-to-back titles in 2003 to 2004. His message is simple: fight hard, help harder. Andruzzi beat an aggressive cancer and turned that experience into tangible support for thousands. That's a legacy that outlasts even championship banners. Brandon Bolden. In 2012, undrafted running back Brandon Bolden clawed his way onto the Patriots roster. Known for his versatility on special teams and as a change-of-pace back, Bolden carved out a quiet but valuable role. But behind the scenes, in 2018, Bolden faced a life-changing diagnosis: cancer. He later revealed that doctors told him his condition could sideline his career. Or worse, Bolden underwent treatment, kept it largely private, and returned to football determined not to be defined by the disease. He admitted his biggest fear wasn't hits on the field, it was whether he'd ever play again. Yet by 2019 he was back, suiting up in Foxborough, stronger and more motivated than ever. Bolden already had rings before his diagnosis: Super Bowl 49 in 2015 and Super Bowl 51 in 2017. In both runs, he contributed on special teams and depth charts, ensuring New England's machine kept humming. When he finally revealed his cancer battle publicly in 2021, it stunned fans. Teammates and media hailed him as a model of perseverance. Bolden turned his fight into motivation for others, proving survival and success can coexist. From undrafted rookie to cancer survivor with 2 Lombardis, Bolden's journey shows that even role players can carry championship-level courage. The win wasn't just on Sundays, it was every day he chose to keep running. Bruce Arians. Known for his trademark Kangol cap and fearless no-risk-it, no-biscuit offense, Bruce Arians spent decades in football. But while coaching, he faced 3 separate health scares: prostate cancer in 2007, skin cancer in 2013, and renal cell carcinoma in 2017. Each time, he went under treatment, came back, and kept coaching. Arians worked as quarterback whisperer for stars like Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, and Carson Palmer. He earned NFL Coach of the Year in 2012 and 2014 and became one of the league's most respected offensive minds. On February 7, 2021, at age 68, Arians lifted the Lombardi Trophy as head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, beating the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9 in Super Bowl 55. With Tom Brady in his first Tampa season, Arians became the oldest head coach to win a Super Bowl. The cancer battles gave Arians perspective. He emphasized family, health, and balance in a league notorious for burning out coaches. His staff in Tampa was the most diverse in NFL history, featuring 2 female assistants and multiple black coordinators. A survivor, an innovator, a champion, Arians proved you can beat cancer multiple times and still rise to the top. His Lombardi wasn't just a football prize. It was a personal victory lap against years of medical battles. Shannon Sharpe was more than just a tight end. He redefined the position. Drafted in 1990, he piled up 815 catches, 10,060 yards, 62 touchdowns, and became an 8 times Pro Bowler. His career highlight reel includes 3 Super Bowl rings: Super Bowl 32 in 1998, Super Bowl 33 in 1999 with Denver, and Super Bowl 35 in 2001 with Baltimore. Then, years later, a personal battle emerged. Sharpe was diagnosed with prostate cancer, which he revealed publicly in 2016. Sharpe admitted that doctors caught his cancer early during a routine screening. He underwent treatment and was declared cancer-free, crediting early detection for saving his life. He used his platform to hammer home one message: don't skip screenings. On the field, Sharpe was a playoff machine. He helped John Elway's Broncos topple the Packers 31-24 in Super Bowl 32 on January 25, 1998, and repeat against Atlanta 34-19 in Super Bowl 33 on January 31st, 1999. 2 years later, he won a third with the Ravens, whose defense stifled the Giants 34-7 on January 28, 2001. After football, Sharpe went from record setter to advocate, using his media presence on TV and radio to speak openly about cancer prevention. His candor helped destigmatize the disease in Black communities, where awareness is critical. Sharpe's career already made him a Hall of Fame figure, but surviving cancer cemented his legacy off the field. 3 Lombardis, a gold jacket, and a message. Toughness is also about getting tested. Troy Aikman, the face of the Dallas Cowboys' 1990s dynasty, threw for 32,942 yards and 165 touchdowns across his Hall of Fame career. He guided America's team to 3 Super Bowl wins: Super Bowl 27 in 1993, Super Bowl 28 in 1994, and Super Bowl 30 in 1996. But in 1998, the Hall of Fame quarterback faced a different blitz. He was diagnosed with stage 2 melanoma, a dangerous skin cancer. Doctors spotted a mole on his shoulder, and Aikman had it surgically removed before it spread. He was cancer-free afterward, crediting quick action with saving his health. Aikman's peak came on January 31st, 1993 in Super Bowl 27. He torched the Bills for 273 yards and 4 touchdowns, winning game MVP in Dallas's 52-17 rout. The Cowboys repeated the next year, then claimed their third in 1996 against Pittsburgh. Post-career, Aikman became a Fox Sports broadcaster, but his survivor story added depth to his fame. He became vocal about skin checks and protecting yourself against melanoma, a message resonating far beyond football. 3 rings, a Hall of Fame bust, and a second chance at life. Aikman is proof that quick detection can change the outcome, whether it's a football game or a cancer battle. Burgess Owens, safety for the Oakland Raiders, built his reputation on hard hits and smart reads. Drafted in 1973, he played 10 NFL seasons and cemented his legacy in Super Bowl 15 on January 25, 1981, when the Raiders beat the Eagles 27-10. Years after retirement, Owens was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Like fellow Raider Mike Haynes, he caught it in time and underwent successful treatment. Owens has since spoken openly about his survival story. In that Super Bowl 15 victory, Owens started at safety, helping contain Ron Jaworski's passing attack. Owens later became a motivational speaker, nonprofit founder, and in 2020, a U.S. congressman from Utah. His survivor status shaped his advocacy for health and faith-based community support. Owens' legacy stretches from the turf to the Capitol. He proved that even after beating cancer, life's biggest battles can be met with purpose, and won. Mike Haynes, one of the greatest cornerbacks ever, starred for the New England Patriots before joining the Los Angeles Raiders. His career highlights: 9 times Pro Bowler, NFL 1980s All-Decade Team, Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1997. But in 2008, long after retirement, Haynes got a devastating diagnosis: prostate cancer. Doctors caught it early thanks to routine screenings, and Haynes underwent successful treatment. He became a national spokesman for the Know Your Stats campaign, urging men, especially African-American men, to get tested. Back in his prime, Haynes helped the Raiders dominate Super Bowl 18 on January 22, 1984. Los Angeles crushed Washington 38-9, with Haynes locking down receivers opposite Lester Hayes. Post-football, Haynes shifted from cornerback to advocate, speaking publicly about the need for men to overcome stigma around prostate cancer. His credibility as an NFL legend amplified the message. Haynes' interception skills may have stopped quarterbacks, but his advocacy skills may have saved lives. From Super Bowl champ to cancer survivor, he remains proof that champions fight on and off the field. Len Dawson, the legendary quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, was the man behind one of football's defining upsets. In Super Bowl IV on January 11, 1970, he led Kansas City to a 23-7 win over the Minnesota Vikings, claiming MVP honors. But 2 decades later, Dawson faced prostate cancer, diagnosed in 1991. Dawson underwent surgery and treatment and was declared cancer-free. He spent years afterwards speaking out about prostate cancer awareness, especially in the early 90s when the conversation around men's health was still hushed. That day in 1970, Dawson went 12 of 17 for 142 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT, managing the game perfectly. His performance brought legitimacy to the AFL before the merger, making him a trailblazer. After football, Dawson became a longtime broadcaster for HBO's Inside the NFL and Kansas City Radio. His survivor status gave his voice more weight. He wasn't just calling games, he was reminding men to take their health seriously. Dawson's courage extended beyond football. From Super Bowl MVP to cancer awareness pioneer, he proved champions can win even when the scoreboard is gone. Robin Cole, linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, joined the NFL in 1977 and became part of the Steel Curtain defense. He was a starter in 2 Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl 13 on January 21, 1979, with 35-31 win versus Cowboys, and Super Bowl 14 on January 20, 1980, with a 31-19 win versus Rams. After retirement, Cole was diagnosed with prostate cancer. The news shook him, but he underwent successful treatment. His family history, multiple male relatives lost to the disease, drove him to take survival into advocacy. In those late 70s Super Bowls, Cole's speed and instincts kept Pittsburgh's defense elite. Cole became a national spokesman for prostate cancer awareness, establishing foundations and speaking at health events across the U.S. His focus was on urging black men, at higher risk statistically, to get screened. Robin Cole wasn't just a linebacker on a dynasty defense. He became a lifesaver off the field, turning his diagnosis into a lifelong mission to warn and inspire others. Jerry Jones. Few names carry more weight in NFL history than Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys since 1989. He turned America's team into a $9 billion empire, collecting 3 Super Bowl titles in the 1990s. But in 2019, Jones revealed a long private battle. He had fought and beaten melanoma, a skin cancer, years earlier. Jones disclosed that he underwent treatment and monitoring for melanoma, crediting early detection. It didn't slow him down. He remained one of the most visible, hands-on owners in sports. In the 1990s, Jones partnered with coach Jimmy Johnson to draft stars like Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin, building one of football's greatest dynasties. Even while battling health issues, Jones stayed deeply involved in NFL business, from TV deals to stadium expansions. His survivor story added a human edge to a man often seen as purely corporate. Jerry Jones proved that even billionaires can face life's toughest opponents. His legacy now stretches beyond the Cowboys' dominance, into a reminder of why health screenings matter. Chuck Pagano. Though best remembered as head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, Chuck Pagano was also part of the 2000 Baltimore Ravens coaching staff, earning a ring in Super Bowl 35 in 2001. His story turned historic in 2012, when, as Colts head coach, he was diagnosed with acute promyelocytic leukemia, APL, midseason. Pagano took a leave of absence in October 2012, undergoing chemotherapy. Players and fans rallied under the slogan, "Chuck Strong," turning every game into a movement. By December, doctors announced his cancer was in remission. Pagano's Super Bowl roots go back to the Ravens' legendary 34-7 rout of the Giants in January 2001, when he coached defensive backs. Pagano returned to the Colts sideline on December 30, 2012 to a standing ovation. His fight brought national attention to leukemia awareness and bone marrow donation drives. More than a coach, Pagano became a symbol of resilience. A Super Bowl champion assistant, a cancer survivor head coach, Jim Tressel. While best known for leading Ohio State to a national title in 2002, Jim Tressel also served as an NFL assistant during the San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl 23 championship season in 1989. Years later, he faced a different fight. Jim was diagnosed with skin cancer, requiring treatment. Jim underwent removal procedures and became outspoken about sun protection and routine dermatology checks, especially for athletes who spend years outdoors. Though a staff assistant, he was part of Bill Walsh's legendary coaching tree, experiencing Joe Montana's 92-yard game-winning drive of 20-16 versus the Bengals. After beating cancer, Jim continued his career in leadership, eventually serving as university president at Youngstown State and later Akron. Tom Coughlin, legendary head coach of the New York Giants, will forever be remembered for 2 Super Bowl wins over the Patriots, Super Bowl 42 in 2008 and Super Bowl 46 in 2012. But years after those triumphs, Coughlin revealed his personal fight. He was treated for skin cancer, later followed by a diagnosis of AML, acute myeloid leukemia, in his wife Judy, which shaped his advocacy. Coughlin had multiple skin cancer spots removed in the 2000s. While his wife's AML became the centerpiece of their foundation's work, Coughlin himself has battled ongoing health monitoring due to his own cancer experience. His Giants upset the previously unbeaten Patriots in Super Bowl 42, one of the greatest shocks in NFL history. 4 years later, he did it again in Super Bowl 46. Through the J Fund Foundation, which he founded back in 1996, Coughlin expanded his focus to helping pediatric cancer patients and families financially and emotionally. Coughlin's toughness wasn't just sideline fire, it was personal. From hoisting Lombardis to fighting cancer with his family, his legacy is championship caliber on and off the field. Did I miss any names you think should be on the list? Please mention them in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, I'm gonna be posting a lot more interesting videos on the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Thank you very much.